Katya, do you watch Double Kara on Max TV?
Yes, I do, but since my television got spoiled, I don't get any source of means to watch from.
This afternoon, a kind friend of mine sent me an update of what is going to happen coming Monday, February 8th.
Please share with me what is going to happen.
Okay, as you wish. Lucille was about to get JR, but there was a hoot at the gate, so Paulo left Patricia to go open the gate. Lucille went and hid below the staircase before anyone could see her. Itoy arrived with Andy and Hannah and said that Sarah, Kara and Laura stayed at the hospital because Becca had another chemo treatment. Patricia and Paulo took the baby to feed him while Itoy went upstairs to bathe Hannah. Andy went up too, so Lucille had a chance to leave the house unnoticed. After Becca was done with her treatment, Sarah and Laura went to look for a wheelchair to help her out of the hospital. Kara was talking to the doctor about Becca's progress when Serb rolled up in his wheelchair and heard them. It was then that he learned that Becca had amnesia. Serb was upset that Kara had been dealing with their daughter's illness while he was unconscious, and he promised never to leave her again. Becca was by herself in her room waiting for Sarah and Kara to return when Lucille went in to see her. She told Becca that she was a nurse and she too had a daughter who was sick, but she had healed her. She asked Becca to let her heal her as well, and the two were chatting when Laura and Sarah arrived. They attacked Lucille and Sarah took out her phone to call the police. Lucille went to stop her, but Laura fought her off. Alex's men heard the commotion and went to get her, but Lucille refused to leave. Serb and Kara walked in the room, but Lucille was dragged out of there and taken back to Alex's hideout. Alex was furious with Lucille because their plan was for her to get Junior, not to go after Kara and her family. Lucille told Alex that Becca was sick and she only wanted to see her, but Alex did not empathize. Lucille asked Alex not to worry because she had a plan to get her son. Sometime later, Serb was released from the hospital. Kara went to get him, so she was not able to pick up Hannah from school in time, so Andy went to get Hannah. Laura then brought JR, and Serb was happy to learn that Kara had taken in Alex's child. He asked to hold the baby and met his nephew for the first time.
I don't understand, Sarah. Why did she go in for Alex's son?
It was Serb's opinion before he got sick. As Hannah waited in school for someone to get her, Lucille approached her. She offered Hannah a ride home, but Hannah said that her mother did not want her speaking to strangers. Lucille asked Hannah to call her grandma because she was the grandmother of Hannah's schoolmate and reasoned that the two of them were no longer strangers. She convinced Hannah to let her take her home, and they were about to walk out of the school when Hannah looked back and saw Andy. She told Lucille that her ride had arrived, so Lucille hurriedly said goodbye and left before Andy saw her. Andy arrived home late with Hannah, and he said that it was because the van broke down. Since Becca was sad that her hair was falling off, Sarah decided to give her a haircut. Kara also asked Sarah to give her a haircut so that Becca would not feel alone. The following day at school, Lucille went to see Hannah, and she told her that she wanted to meet her mother so that they could be friends too. She asked Hannah to tell her mother to meet her at the church under construction near the school. Andy went to get Hannah, and Hannah happily delivered the message. She said that the woman said she wanted to be Kara's friend and wanted to meet her. She described the supposed grandmother, and Kara realized that it was Lucille. Only Andy learned about the meeting, and Kara asked her not to tell anyone else. The man with Lucille called Alex to tell her that they were at the church, and he too did not know why they were there. Kara went to see Lucille, and Lucille told her that she wanted them to be together again. To leave for the US again with Becca, Hannah and Antonio. When she mentioned Antonio, Kara said that she was not well and demanded that Lucille stay away from her and her children. Lucille insisted that she was fully recovered and approached Kara, but Kara shoved her to the ground and ran into the church. Becca was the one who realized that Kara was not in the house, so she asked for her. Hannah and Andy told Sarah and Serb that Kara went to meet up with Lucille. They left to go look for her along with Laura. Laura also called the Arellano and told him to go meet them at the church to arrest Lucille. As Kara was running from Lucille, she received a call from Sarah and she asked her to hurry up and go get her. Kara found a good hiding place on the upper floor and Lucille gave up looking for her when she saw people outside. She ran off before she got caught. Kara got up from where she was hiding thinking she was safe enough, but Alex appeared from behind her and threw Kara off the rails. Kara tried to hang on, but Alex hit her hands. She wanted Kara to fall off, but her men came to get her and told her that the police were on their way. Serb arrived with Laura and Sarah, and they all went in different directions to try and enter the church. Kara screamed for help because she was losing her strength trying to hold on to the railing, and we ended as Serb desperately tried to enter the church.
Thank you so much for this interesting update.
Subscribe to my updaters channel at Eagle Eye Animation and Kingskid Animation for more updates on Double Kara.